Hi, my Tobies. It's me, Sheila True Love, and I was just here thinking about sex and the narcissist and the type of sex that they have. Yeah. Um, you have to keep in mind that everybody frowns on, let's say, a guy, he's 18 or he's 20, or how about this? He's 30 or 40 years old and he's still living with his mom. Everybody says, "Oh my God, how old are you, dude? You still living with your mother? Really?" So, a lot of these narcissists, they don't want to have that type of stigma connected to them. So what they do is they go and they find women who could be their mother. At the same time, they could say, "Well, I'm married. I have a wife. Yeah, right. No, 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 no. I'm thinking this through. Just bear with me because it's true. They sit here and they go to these. I could show you better than I could tell you. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you what they do. They do the kind of things that you're going to see on this movie called 730. It's called 730. It's on Prime Video. If you have Prime Video, then I suggest that you look at this movie. It's just so interesting. It's just, oh my God. It's going to educate you like crazy. And I'm hoping that you can see the movie from um, my channel. Yeah, honey, come on. No. This is what these guys are looking for. Now, you have to keep in mind that the Bible says that men are in charge of women and children. They're supposed to be the leaders, the protectors. Really? Is this what I'm supposed to follow? And then you look at these women that you're about to see. Trust me, what you're about to see, girlfriends, these are females who they don't care about the next generation of children. You have so many women who are using drugs and their children are eating potato chips, popcorn for dinner. They're doing all that crap. The reason why I get so upset with any woman who is not, I have to throw my head back. I constantly have to throw my head back when I'm trying to relate to women. I'm serious, to be honest with you. I'm throwing my head back a lot here. Women who don't have no common sense, they don't have no self esteem. And check it out, like Derek Jackson said, if you have standards, a woman with standards, honey. Let's laugh. You're a woman who has standards. You are going to be single. I didn't say alone, but you're going to be single for a long, long, long time because these things out here, this day and age, ladies, they're not looking for women who are mentally healthy, have a healthy self esteem, and God knows you have a healthy self esteem. And God forbid, you have standards. If you have standards, prepare to be. I'm not going to say alone. Prepare to be single. How about that? I'm not going to say prepare to be alone because personally, me, I like living alone. I just don't like being alone. Do you guys understand that concept? I love living alone. But being alone, like you don't have no friends, you don't have no family, that's, whatever. I have a roommate. The beauty of being alone or living alone, I love living alone. Like I said, I have a roommate. She's never hardly here. She works like crazy. And I know that if something happens to me, she comes in, she puts her key in the door, she opens up the door, and if I'm in the middle of the floor, like passed out or something, somebody's got my back or whatever, you know? But I don't have to have her. I don't. Because I have my son. I have people from my church that they know that if they haven't heard from me for a long time or for a minute, and they know that this is not normal for Sheila, I give them the keys to my house. My son has the keys to my house, so he always knows to come and check up on me. You know what I mean? But oh man, it's good to live alone, but being alone, it's a huge difference. Nobody on the planet that I've met want to be alone. You know, there's a difference between being single and being alone. No, no, no. Come on, everybody don't want to get married. I am I going to get married again? I will. Check this out. You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this, my two bees. I don't want to get married again, but I'm going to get married again. You know how I know? Because I prayed to God. I've been married twice already. I've been married twice. And I prayed to Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, please let me get married. I want to have 3 strikes, you're out. I want to get married again. I want to have 3 strikes, you're out. And when I get married again, I'm never going to divorce that guy. He could cheat like hell. He could do whatever the hell. I'm going to stay married to him because I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to show, yeah, we're going to take lots and lots of pictures. I'm going to show you loads and loads of pictures of me and my third husband because I want you to know that, yeah, she's a true love, got married again. You know damn well I will. I ain't never had no problem getting no man to marry me. That's never been a problem of mine. My problem is, oh God, I need a man who has courage. I need a man who is the reason why. Let's think about the men who I married. Because they had the courage enough to step to Sheila True Love. Most men, they look for women that they could dominate, control, manipulate, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. If I would have had better choices, then I would have made better choices. But the choices that God sent my way, Jesus Christ sent my way, trust me when I tell you, well, actually, Satan sent these things that they sent those type of people my way because there's no way that, no. Robert, he was sent my way from Satan the devil. Gregory, he was sent my way from Satan the devil. Felix, my children's father, he was sent to me as he was a wonderful husband. We were just too young. My children's father, and I have both of my children from him. He was a Scorpio. He was Puerto Rican, Italian. He was mixed race. He was half Puerto Rican, half Italian. That was the best man I ever had, to be honest with you. I was with him. I was a virgin. And trust me, when I performed sex with that kid, he never believed that I was a virgin because I did a lot of Vanessa Del Rio type videos and I learned a lot. But to be honest with you, the best man that I've ever been with, now that I have experience, was with my children's father. What made him the best man? What made him the best man was that he was he was patient. He was he was very patient, and he was soft spoken. He wasn't rah rah like, you know how black men are. Black men are very, I'm not going to knock them because they're very passionate speakers, but black men are abusive speakers. They don't speak aggressively or assertively. They speak abusively. And my children's father, he was not nothing like that. He was Puerto Rican, for God's sake. He spoke like he was half Italian. He spoke like a human being. He knew how to. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Without communication, there is nothing. He knew how to communicate. So I had everything. But I was so young, and I was 20. I was 19. 19. He was 20. I was 19. He was 20. I didn't know how to appreciate stuff like that. Okay? I had his two children from the same man. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. Okay? And the other men that I have met going through life and all the above have been interesting. I'm not going to say that they've been bad, awful men, but I'm going to tell you one thing that I've learned throughout all of this stuff. I don't want to deal with no black men. Black men are abusive. They're freaking, they feel bad about themselves. And when they feel bad about themselves, they want to take it out on the women that they're with. I don't like the fact that they could be with a white woman or anything with light skin, and they treat them so much better than they would treat their own race of women. They would make babies, don't take care of them. Black men, I don't mean to say this, not all black men. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I have to pause. I have to pause here because all black men are not that way. You look at this video that I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you, okay, how about this? We're going to sum this up as video part 1. And then I'm going to show you part 2 to show you that all black men are not awful. They're not. There are some black men who will stand up for their queens, for ebony women, for real, for real. For real. But my point that I'm making here, I don't want to get sidetracked. No. No. I stay with men who are not intimidated by strong women. And all the men that I've met, and then people wonder, Sheila, true love, what the fuck, excuse my colloquialism, what the hell happened to you that you you got married twice, but they were two losers. What I got married to the choices that was presented to me. I got married to men who had courage. I'm sorry. And the truth of the matter is, most of the men didn't have courage to step to Sheila True Love. Robert Gray, he had courage to step to me. Gregory Elliott, he had courage to step to me. Felix Pabon, God, that's the first one on the list. He had courage to step to me because not too many men have the courage to step to women who are mentally healthy, who have a healthy self-esteem, women who are, they have common sense. And guess what? This is it. This is the clincher. My tubies. And if you don't believe me, how about this? Don't listen to me. Listen to Derek Jackson, Jaxn. He admits, ma, if you got standards, that's why it was hard for me to find a good man. It was hard for me to find a good man because there's no good men out there. If you have, like Derek Jackson said, if you have standards, and I have standards, I have standards. You know what Derek Jackson said, Matthew Hussey said, Robert Blake said, all these other ministers said. Everybody is saying, yo, if you got standards, baby, you're going to be single for a long, long, long time. Because they have so many females out here who don't have any standards. They don't. You don't have to work. I'll buy you sneakers, baby. You'll be like, yo, I need some new sneakers. I'll let you sit up here and video game, whatever. How about this? You don't have to have a job. Oh, but how about this? Honey, you're coming in the house. Hi, I love you. It's great to see you. God knows it's great. But it's after midnight, honey. It's after midnight, meaning that it's the next day. How about this? You love me, but you didn't even bother coming home for numerous days. Other races of women, they're willing to put up with that. Black women, ebony women, I'm going to say ebony because ebony means beautiful. No. How about this? No, you can't come home the next day. No, you can't sit up here and come home after midnight. You know why? Because if I was to come home after midnight, how about this? Let's create the scenario here. Okay. My husband, who I love, and he supposedly loved me, right? And I work, and then my husband knows that I get off work at 5:00, and I'm usually home by 6. I'm always home by 6. But check this out. All of a sudden, I started getting home after 12:00 midnight. I started getting home after 12:00 midnight. Do you think my husband is not going to question me about that? Is he going to raise up? Is he going to wonder, where have you been for these hours? Of course he's going to ask. That's all black women do. You sit up here and you say that you love the hell out of me, but every time we go out, you disrespecting me, looking at other women. Check this out. Okay, so you may look at other women, I get it, and you flirt like hell. That's disrespectful. That's real disrespectful, because if me, as your wife, and I started flirting with the other men, every man that comes to my table, I start looking at him and I be like, yes. And then I start licking out my tongue, and I lick out my tongue. You know how we can do it. My husband is not going to appreciate that. But yet, when we go out to a restaurant with him, he's flirtatious with other women. He's always looking at other women. I'm supposed to feel safe with a nigga like that? I'm never going to feel safe. And I'm going to use colloquialism here. I'm never going to feel safe with a nigga like that. Every time we go somewhere, you sitting around flirting with this broad or that broad. And it's always usually a female that comes to serve our table. So I don't even get a chance to flirt with another man, because everything is about a female coming to my table. And when you look at the freaking media, it's always about a black man with a white woman. A black man with a... How come we don't see... How about this? Let's switch it up. Because if we're going to do interracial, I'm pro interracial. How about that? Did you hear Sheila True Love? I am pro interracial. But why don't we see more black women with white men? You know, when you look at commercials, advertisement, the media, etc., how come we don't see more black women with white men, or black women with Indian men, or Chinese men? That's crazy, because when it comes to interracial dating, let's keep it fair. Black women, and I'm hoping everybody has their ear tuned to this freaking conversation that we're having. Black women, we outnumber black men. by 1.2 million. So if a black woman wants to have a family and a marriage, she's going to have to date outside of her race. Because if you were to hook every black man up with a black woman, there's still going to be 1.2 million black women without a partner. Now, for black men to be, how you say, linking up with white women, and it's mostly white women. I don't say other races of women. I say white women because that's the way it is. They're linking up with white women, and that's disrespectful because you're trying to say, let me tell you what you're saying. When I see you with a white woman, you're saying that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. And when you see the police officers and probation officers coming hard on you black men, yeah, nobody likes being disrespected. You want to do that shit, keep that shit behind closed doors. Because white men, they're sitting up there, let me tell you what they're thinking. They're thinking that you with this white, you taking my white woman, this white woman feels that white men are not good enough. She's saying, this is what she's saying, the white woman, you're not good enough, white man. You're not good enough, so I'm with a black man. And then when you see white cops beating up black men, and you see them coming down hard on black men, you want to understand why. Nobody likes being disrespected. Black men are doing nothing but disrespecting Caucasian men. You sit up here, walking the street, when back in the history, there was a time you and I know, yo, you would be hung up for that. You sit up here with a white woman, and this white woman, what she's saying is that a white man is not good enough. White men rule the world, okay? They're working like dogs. And with all the hard work that they do, and you still sit up here and say that white men are not good enough? You still saying that we're not good enough? That's why you linked up to a black man who has felonies, make babies, don't take care of them. Black men who they could always recognize what racism looks like, but they act like they're blind when it comes to colorism. Colorism. Where does colorism come from? Nothing but the black man. They would never, listen to me, never marry a woman their own complexion. Their own complexion. That's called colorism. That's called hatred. You know, beauty comes in all colors, as you and I know. But these black men, everything has got to be light skinned. Okay, it's got to be lighter than me. Okay, are you lighter than me? Okay, then I could stay connected to you. At least make sure you're lighter than me. Okay. Do you have pale skin? Okay, I'm good. These are sucker niggas. These are niggas. They're not king material. A king would never turn on his own nation of women. You can recognize freaking racism, but you can't recognize colorism. You black men are the ones who's keeping colorism alive. You're the black men who's doing that nonsense. It's stupid. And how about this? Check this out. If you say, or how about this? You want to argue against what I'm saying, okay, date women your own skin tone. How does that make you feel, black man? Look at your skin tone and then think about you having to date a woman your own skin tone. I mean, Caucasian people do it all the time. And Caucasian women, they do interracial dating. They do interracial dating all the time. But they're dating like Chinese, Asian. They're dating somebody from Italy. But they're still the same skin tone. She's still my skin color. How come you black men don't want to date women from India? Okay, they're brown skin. You don't want to date someone who is Dominican. God knows Dominicans are beautiful as fuck. You don't want to date women from Africa. Forget a Dominican woman. Man, I can show you the most beautiful African women that you've ever seen. How come you brown skinned men don't want to date women your own skin tone? Anytime, and I have to put emphasis on this, anytime you don't want to date your own skin tone, that's self-hatred. It's called self-hatred. It's self-hatred. You sit here and you think that because their skin tone is light or bright skin, that makes her more sexy. That makes her, she's sexier. She's more nasty. She's more better. Are you crazy? What the? I was ready to curse again. What planet are you living on? Really, what planet are you living on? Because I've been interviewing a lot of dark skinned women. I'm talking about not chocolate sisters. We're talking about dark skinned and black skinned women. And these women have never felt, less than. They said the only way that they started to see this kind of crap was when they came to the United States. The United States of America. United States of America. So when they were in England and they're in Japan and they're in these other countries, no, other people don't see it like that. People, especially who are in England and Liverpool and different places in England. I love England. I love the accents. They sound so smart. They really do. And it turns out that they really are smart because they don't care about that skin tone. Are you crazy? The only thing that's keeping colorism alive is the black men. Black men. They treat black women way worse than the slave master ever treated black women. Okay? And I want black men to realize, check this out, I have to reiterate this. You damn sure can recognize racism. Am I correct? You know when things, it's treating you based on your race, and it's not fair. But my question is, black men, why is it that you can't identify colorism? And if you don't believe me, look at all the videos that you black men make. You know those music videos? They got nothing but light-skinned women, white women. How you gonna put a white woman really in a black video? That's gaggable. That's gaggable. Really? So I am trying to promote that when a black woman make her videos, she should have nothing but Hispanic, because Hispanic is closest to black. Have nothing but Hispanic men. Have nothing but Italian men, because they're sexy as fuck. Italians and Hispanic, and you got to have those. You're never going to believe this shit. This is wild. Have some Chinese, some Asians, because I got some Asians, and they will blow your mind. We got to have more of Hispanic, Italian, Asian, and anything that's not a black man in our videos. You want to turn your back on us? Okay, I hear what you're saying, honey. I hear you. But now, look at our videos. We're not promoting you anymore. How about that? Anyway, this is Sheila True Love. You always have a choice. Choose wisely. We'll talk again. Bye.